Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the More Than Meets the Eye collection, Target exclusive Transformers Devastation Sideswipe. What a mouthful. But yeah, we'll start as we always do with the box. So here we have that sort of black, gray, and red artwork of Sideswipe here that is exclusive to these Target packs. We got Transformers Devastation, we got Sideswipe there, we got some wraparound on that artwork. He's an Autobot, he's a Deluxe class, we got Transformers Devastation Sideswipe, legal jargon, and we do have our product shots on the back. Excuse me. A little screenshot from the game and a little bio. So there is that for the packaging. And we do get a lovely instruction booklet. So there is all of that. And again, this is a figure we have seen dozens of times, or rather a mold we have seen dozens of times. So not too much new here, but it is finally my chance to get the G1 colored Sideswipe, because I somehow have not managed to get any of those. So I'm happy to get this one, especially with the nice cell shaded windows that are not clear plastic. He does come with his signature shoulder launcher and gun. They do just both have 5mm port plugs, so you can plug them in where you choose. The shoulder launcher does have the little tab that can plug into either shoulder, as we have seen before, and the missile does actually come out. So there is that. But we'll go ahead and put these off to the side. And just for a quick comparison, here he is next to the oh, nope, not that one. I want to make sure I grab the right one. The More Than Meets the Eye War for Cybertron Megatron. So you can see how he stacks next to a Voyager. So there is that, and here he is next to Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. Would you stop it? So you can see him next to a leader class. But yeah, overall a neat figure. And again, this is something we have seen many a time before, but with a slightly new paint job. Does have some nice blue eyes and gray for the face. Some very nice white for the main body pieces, arms and legs. Some nice black, so a little bit of silver there on the feet. Does have some silver for the headlights. So there's that. And again, the cell shaded windows do look very nice. But again, this is a figure we've seen, so I'm just going to sort of breeze through this a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and move on to transformation. So, first things first, we want to bend his elbows and fold his hands in. Come on, there we go. Fold the hand in, bend the elbow. Going to bring his waist piece up and up over his head like so. Sort of bring these arms up out of the way and fold out these side panels. And we can bring his arms in and tuck them in. Make sure his hands tuck in and their wrists are sort of bumping together like so. Then we can bring this in, and these little tabs will go into the slots on the arms, locking everything in place. And then we can fold this piece down over his head as the whole hood just dislodges for a second there. Then we want to rotate his waist around, and we're going to open up these panels on his legs. And then we are going to fold his feet up like so. And they will flatten out as we rotate the legs around and bring them up over his thighs. Come on. There we go. And then we're going to tab these together like so. And then close these up. And there we have him in his vehicle mode. And he does roll quite nicely and does look very good. And again, this is not a new mold by any stretch of the mind. They've been using this one for quite a while, but I'm happy to finally have one in G1 colors, and I'm glad that I got to get the nice cell shaded windshield. I do like the way that looks. As for storing his weapons, you have 5mm ports on either side here and one on the top. I personally like to put the rocket launcher on the side, like so, and then plug the gun onto the roof, like so. And there we have our weapon storage. But as for some quick comparisons, here we have him with the Legacy reissue Beachcomber. For some reason I wanted to call him Dune Runner. I'm like, that's not right. So there's that. And for a Voyager comparison, here he is with the Leader Netflix reissue Soundwave. So yeah, that's how he stacks up to some of our current figure lineup. And yeah, again, this is just, another version of this mold. I finally got my G1 color scheme, so I'm super happy with it. If you have, one of the older versions of the figure, I doubt you really are too interested in picking this one up. I have been seeing this guy shelf warm a little bit, same with Wheeljack, but I did not have any clean versions of them. Well, I didn't have a clean version of Wheeljack, and I didn't have a G1 version of Sideswipe, so I was happy to pick them up. But yeah, overall, if you are looking for, a new version of the G1 color scheme, or maybe you're like me and prefer the painted windows to clear plastic, this is definitely worth picking up. You might be able to find a good Black Friday sale here at this time. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that front. But overall, definitely a good mold, but I'm sure most people already have at least like 3 versions of this guy. So it's really up to you whether you want to add another one into that mix. But overall, we know this figure pretty well by now. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.